give you a guide that's stapled that'll be together. It's coming over for you. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. So yeah, so there are 5 focus areas. We don't have to give them all equal attention. If there's one area that stands out to all of you more than the other, then we can brainstorm more on that. But let's just go through what we notice.
This is classified as the Lakes region, is that right? Or
This is North Country.
This is North Country.
This is North Country. This is
Okay.
part of the North Country Council.
We're on the edge.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
We can go lakes or north. I was just sort of clarifying.
For your community,
Yeah.
that's a good question. For your community, we ask that you think beyond your specific town, but you can expand it really all the way out to the entire state of New Hampshire and anything really in between. So don't think of it specific to Plymouth. Don't get too caught up in the North Country versus Lakes region terminology. We just want you to have an idea of you're larger than your general town and something smaller than, or maybe it could be the whole state. So that's what we.
And just to clarify, the map on the front, the way the regions are designed are by the Regional Planning Commission service areas. Okay. So you may think, well, that's, I think, the lakes is here, North Country is here, but this is how their service areas are
Well, and there's so
designed.
many different state maps for different, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good question.
We're
Thank you for
speaking
bringing
from
that
our experience. From So are we going down 1 to 5?
What I was going to say is there any one that all of you think that there's one that stands out more to you than the others? I mean, we can start on that area. I'd be more than glad to, but if there's nothing that really sticks out, we'll just go through them all 1 to 5. It's whatever you want.
Let's do the latter. 1 through 5.
Number 5, yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
No, do 1 to 5. Oh, do 1 to 5, just go down?
Yeah, is that
Sounds fair.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Focus area 1, just quick brainstorm of ideas of who lives in New Hampshire, how are we changing? So this is something that would relate to aging, migration, attracting people to stay or live in the state. What are things that stick out to you? What are things that you notice? What are things that matter to you?
And the state seems to be divided into 2 parts, maybe 3. With respect to the population. Anything below Concord and South is one thing. Concord and North is another thing. So, you have to feel.
Are you feeling that specific to age, or are you talking about population density?
Age, population density, of course, but age, attitude, opportunity,
So just kind of a general divide.
Right, the old saying is, New Hampshire is divided into 3 parts, the Massachusetts part, the Canadian part, and the Vermont part. Well, there's a Maine part too? I didn't know. Well, okay, so you're from different areas. So from my point of view, it's only...
Okay.
So the southern part of the state is younger, I would say. Is there younger?
And more affluent, and it has a different viewpoint on the importance.
You can get a job in the southern part of the state.
Right. Less job availability would be, or a decrease of job availability.
We are net exporting talent. We are totally net importing it from South there.
Oh, we lost the person. Come back. Maybe she doesn't like it. Huh?
All right. Just carry on. Other things that people have noticed, population specific, let's try to keep it specific to this focus area just for the sake of clarity, relating to aging, migration, attracting people to the state. Anything else that people notice? Just quick brainstorm.
Well, I think for aging, I'm not sure if this fits in anywhere else, but multi-generational families living together because they can't afford, younger people coming back can't afford to live on their own because rent is so high. And, I don't know if that goes in this area or not.
It can. So multi-generational households.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
I think the stratification of the state is one of the aging population. We get the average age is
is going up. It's also because it's played against the younger ones leaving as well. So the older ones stay and the younger ones leave. Yeah, obviously the average age keeps going up.
So you would, this would be accurate then, you would tie the aging population, the drop, or the increase in age in the state tied to the loss, not just the aging of the population in general, but also the loss of younger people.
The migration into New Hampshire are retirees to reported, and the migration out are the young ones that are taking jobs and jobs in and of themselves.
Most of the studies that I know about are all based on
Steve, you're gonna have to speak up. I'm sorry.
most of the, yeah, I know, it's really hard in here.
Kind of echo.
Most of the information is based on census data. Census data only covers residents. And in our area, specifically our area, our rank swells by at least 100%, more like 150% in the summertime. And actually for about 8 months out of the year, they swell. Huge swell. But those people don't register to vote here, they're not counted in the population here, generally because population is always taken in 8 people or something like that. So we don't really recognize what we have up north, nor does, I don't think the statistics show the actual
And that's part of the
population, the actual population. Yeah.
When they say part-time residents, there's a large number of part-time residents.
So I think what you see on the data accentuates this aging trend.
But also, if you look at school populations, which are very easy to find, if you go to your SAU and ask how many are enrolled, there has been somewhat of a decline, especially the younger ages, which also then reflects that there's fewer younger families in the area if their schools don't have the children.
But if you came in the summertime, you would see like scads of it all over the place. But they're here vacation. So you live
And we're seeing that decrease in school population all over the state, not just specifically to here.
So do you want me to add that as well, as more than just the statistical problem not reflecting the population due to part-timers, but a drop in school enrollments?
Yeah, it's about how we are changing.
I think it makes us think we have a different problem than we really have.
I'm going to ask that you, I can see that you're trying to formulate a bigger, I'll ask that you hold it, and then we will get back to it.
It's going to be really hard.
We will get back to it. I promise you.
The obvious, we're incredibly low. I think that's, in
Diversity.
Yeah,
So,
we have very low diversity.
Homogeneous population.
Less so obvious in the south than in the north, and that's. Well, again, Manchester High School has over 100 different languages spoken in it, so there are hot spots of, there's diversity. Very little.
Especially north of China.
So anything else related to the first focus, or just quick thoughts, or do we want to move on to focus 2?
GrokTV.